Oi! Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion,
I'm Darby.
I'm Alexis B. Bevel. Did you hear my voice go?
Yeah, I couldn't avoid it.
The P stands for...
Paula.
Oh, the P stands for Paula. We have for the first and last time in... Well, no, I don't want the people to know that they can access your apartment.
Oh, no, so actually, I gave my apartment information away to the embassy in Costa Rica. Well, they said they were checking in on my extended warranty, and that I needed to send them some personal information.
Oh, and that you can get $5,000 if you enroll in Folex or whatever.
Absolutely.
That Camilla did.
And I did get a Rolex, and so I thought it was real. In studio, we do have Lincoln and
we have
Paula.
a special audience for the first and last time.
Stop saying. She's literally right there. Well, you can get here if you're an employee of IMHO.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. What's it like working for us?
Yeah.
Great. Not overwhelming at all.
I give you very tiny notes. I say, hey, your comedic timing was wrong.
Yeah, change the whole thing.
Thank you.
That sounds right.
That's like too much to ask for. We pay
No.
her literally 25 cents an hour.
An hour?
So, okay, that's
Wait,
on
25 cents an hour? Can we do earmuffs? I feel like that's a little bit more than what I make, and I do considerably less work than them.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you down to 10 cents an hour.
Okay, that's not what... You know what? We'll talk. We'll talk about this off camera.
Just did.
No, I think it's fine. I feel Can I say I feel crazy? Because
Is it your
last
makeup?
weekend... No.
Oh.
Because last weekend... Although it is a little crazy, I saw on Pinterest about how to be a woodland fairy with like mushroom cap.
I think it's cute. I think it's very cute. I didn't mean to be an ass. Well, I meant to be an asshole, but I hate the
No, it's
result.
okay, because I'm a woodland fairy. I'm a woodland nympho.
Didn't you say you were a nympho because you can see your bra?
Yeah, and also I like cum. I was dog sitting, I think I mentioned, I was dog sitting for a friend. And then I didn't realize I'm also dog sitting again this weekend. So I was dog sitting and then I had 2 days at home, but we had shows. And then I'm dog sitting again. And I just feel like I haven't been at my own house for 3 weeks, but I've been going back and forth getting drag and doing stuff. So I feel insane.
What an interesting story. We've been so busy with shows and shit, but we have got to see Paula a few times.
Yeah.
Lincoln only came a couple times. She did purposefully miss Two Queens singing for a drag queen that many haven't heard of. Denali, I think it was that the
Denial?
name? You know that's a truck. GMC has a truck called Denali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like one of their best trucks.
Because you know why? It has a chandelier inside. That's why Denali got her infatuation with chandeliers.
I know I've said it before and I cannot stress it enough. I want to hit you with the truck.
See, this is why this is the first and last time we have an in-house audience, because whenever there's an audience, you're meaner to me.
I don't think that's true, you bitch.
I also think you're going to be laughing at Alexis's jokes a lot, which probably will make
Which will make it the last time for you,
Yes.
because you're going to be mad.
So, no, I'm not going to be mad. I've grown a lot as a person in the past.
You have actually, before we started filming, we had a very deep conversation. And the fact that we even had it, I think, is growth, because I don't think we usually talk to each other about real stuff.
Well, I was trying to talk just like out loud towards you, and then you responded. So that was not in my plan, but...
Well, you know, you make plans and God laughs.
That was the problem. No,
How
but we
are you,
had a
baby?
really busy
Are you
week,
okay?
which is
We did.
No, I'm not.
You
Can I say this, though?
well, what I wanted to say about me feeling crazy is how
don't do
much
anything.
you feel.
Right.
Well, I don't do the same
Don't
things you do.
deserve it. You don't deserve to feel
I don't do the same things you do.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel a little crazy, but I also... Okay, here's the thing. You want to hear? Oh,
Yeah.
This made God laugh. I had this idea, right? Like, I was like, okay, I will eventually get used to this. So I had a little bit of a meltdown this week that I was filming 3 and editing 3.
And doing a show. A live show.
And
that we
doing a
had to
live
put
show,
together.
which was your fault. But I really made it look effortless,
Well.
didn't I? Well, you weren't there. Why are you shaking your head? Lincoln's such a liar. So anyway, so I was feeling good, right? Talked to my therapist. I'm sorry, our therapist.
Thank you.
I was talking to our therapist, and she's like, no, your feelings are valid, blah, blah. You know, you gotta feel good. And then we talked about sex stuff, because she's a sex therapist, and sometimes I forget that. But...
That's when it crosses over to just
Then-
being your therapist.
Drag Race Italia... Well, yeah, there's no fixing you. Drag Race Italia was announced in, like, 2 weeks.
No, wait, is that real?
Yes, bitch.
Okay.
So, once UK ends, we're going back to Europe because suddenly we're like, sorry about World War II.
Oh,
I'm
is
just
that the
kidding.
one
I'm
that,
excited.
that's not the war against Italy, World War II?
Yeah, it was only based in Italy. Thank you. Yes, Texas education, everyone.
Yeah, no, I did go to school in Texas.
No, I'm
Thank
very
you so
excited
much.
for Drag Race Italia. Do not get me wrong. I have had training for Marco and Sarah. Like, without them, I wouldn't care.
I did see, you wouldn't care. I did see the beginning, like, what is that called, commercial for it?
Trailer.
No offense to UK, which we're going to discuss in a minute. Remember UK's trailer and how pissed everyone was? And they were like, this is garbage.
No.
Italia looks incredible.
Well, they have a, okay, can I say
Looks
this?
expensive.
Can I say from an outside looking in perspective, can I say that I think they have quite a reputation to live up to, okay? Because we all, even though their city's literally like sinking or whatever, we all agree that they're wonderful and they're high class, right?
What I'll say that is the following. I liked Holland. I loved España. I love
Didn't you
Italy.
love Holland, how we did episodes 1 and 2, and then we just
No, we don't
quit?
have to draw attention to it because they won't notice.
Can I tell you
if
this?
we don't draw attention
you know
to
what the
it.
most upsetting thing is, though? Can I tell you? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your story seemed flat. I was so excited about Holland, because Holland, it's a place. And so I bought Raina a new outfit, and I was going to premiere Raina in her new outfit for
Well, we could always go
Holland.
back. Maybe we should just watch it and then do like a one episode like recap of Holland because we should celebrate a trans
woman winning. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But
What
yes,
I was
okay.
gonna say, I was just gonna say this one thing.
What?
I was just gonna
JB.
say. I just wanted to say I like these European countries because
They're in Europe.
fashion. I don't know if this makes sense, but in my head it makes sense. Go with me. Will you go with me on this journey?
Sure.
I feel like fashion starts in Europe and then gets to New York and then everywhere else. And I feel like because they're ahead of us in that order, and also like, besides Native peoples, which we stole their land from, everything started there for white people, at least.
Okay.
I feel like they're before us fashion-wise in Spain and Holland. And so I think Italy is going to be the same. It's going to be high fashion.
You made that like very uncomfortable. What a
Concept.
weird road you went down. Okay, can I say this?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Europe, heard of it? I'm gonna take it to the UK. I know that you've heard of that because we watched TV once. We both got little voice messages from Charity Case.
Oh,
She sent us both voicemails that were just like, or voicemails, I was born in the 80s, that said like, just thank you so much, like you've been so kind and like you're people I respect and so hearing your nice opinions is blah blah blah. Anyway, and then I clicked back and I realized like, oh, we had interacted on Instagram before. Mostly her just laughing at pictures of me, putting up pictures of me from many years ago. She would just reach out and say, how bad I look.
I think that's where she got a lot of her inspiration for her monster looks, for her scary, construction paper.
Do you remember when I said earlier I wanted to hit you by a truck? 2 now. I voice messaged, god damn it, it's 2021. I voice messaged her back, and we've been having a little back and forth, and it's very funny. She's very funny.
Yeah,
Some would
she's
say
amazing.
I'm inspiring her to be funnier, because I am giving her private jokes. Some would say that.
Well, speaking of Charity, should we do it? Should we get right into? Because Charity had just left.
What a transition.
And we're really sad about it.
So sad.
As we've made clear, we love
So
Charity.
sad,
we
but
love
I
you.
want to reiterate, I'm going to reiterate this, and I mean this. I don't think Drag Race could handle her talent. She's
Right.
above them.
They
and I'm glad
agree.
that she's gone, only because it brings her peace. And it brings me peace. It was stressful. That was stressful.
100% agree with you.
Thanks.
I think she's too precious for that world. Scarlett tries to get over it, but she gets real back into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not dialing back, okay? No regrets. I never regret, ever.
No.
Occasionally. Most weeks. I stand by my in the moment, right? Heat of the moment. Like Scarlett felt attacked, hate feeling attacked, and she had her emotions,
I did just
and
attack
people
you,
were
and I'm sorry.
invalidating. That's okay, honestly. Like I've been expecting it eventually, and it was very soft. You kept the fan going.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was nice. I am gonna hit you with a GMC truck.
Hit me with a Denali, because the sound of the chandelier inside will be like tinkly. It'll be kind of dreamlike.
Is this the dream? In the moment, I didn't like the fact that I'm going to jump ahead. In the moment, I didn't like that no one validated her feelings. That was my problem with everything. So a couple people said in the comments, like, I disagree with you. I think you were giving her way too much credit. I thought it was very immature. And I'm not saying that the behavior totally wasn't immature, but literally the entire cast just shit on her. And then she's backstage dealing with it in real time. And then no one validated her feelings.
And she was trying to deal with it in a mature way. You say it's immature, but I'm going to push back on that a little bit because I think she tweeted this. I think that she was trying to deal with it in a mature way by saying, I don't want to talk about it. Now, I know it's a TV show and you're supposed to talk about it. I know that's what they were doing.
Well, you've won a TV show.
She said, no, I don't want to talk about it right now. They could have moved on. They didn't because, to your point, and then she tried to step away.
Yes. And, okay, so then we get into this episode, right? And, like, she starts out the episode and she's still upset about it. She's clearly still in her feelings about it, which, like, it's the next day. I know it hasn't been that long, so, like, I understand that. But I'm also like, okay, I kind of did hope that she had a little time to let go of some of it. But then, how fucked up is it, right? They get into the fucking Untucked of this episode. Sorry to skip so far ahead. And out of nowhere, Kitty's like, I get how you feel. Yeah, no, I mean, wouldn't you feel the exact same way if that had happened? And then River's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. What happened to you yesterday?
Or this morning. Yeah.
Right? And okay, maybe I'm not being fair because I know because I'm sure they were also in their feelings about everything. And I don't like to question Kitty. You know, I think Kitty's got claws as God.
We love, yeah.
Yeah. But.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, they did get a chance to let out some aggression because the library was open.
Oh, they don't call it the library in the UK.
What do they call it?
They call it, Oi! You want a stack of books? Yeah.
Stack of books. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
I one time saw a Broadway touring production of My Fair Lady, and I saw it on the first night that it came to Chicago.
What privilege.
And, because you know, in the show, Dr. Henry Higgins or whatever is...
I'm sorry, you mean Henry Higgins.
Henry Higgins.
So you didn't see it.
His house is usually, there's like books a lot.
Stack of books, as we call it.
Well, when I saw it, it was their first night in town, and they had to stop because the set pieces weren't moving or whatever. Or like connecting. Because it was like the balcony of the library, like Beauty and the Beast style, where it's like the stories of the books, and the pieces weren't connecting, and they had to stop. And the play's already
8 hours.
I want to say 7 or 8 hours. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so it added another like 20 minutes on that, and then
it added another 20 minutes. We were exaggerating the time so much that I was expecting you to be like, it added another 3 hours. You're like, it added another 20 minutes.
It did. And then when they got back, it was time for the song "Get Me to the Church on Time," which is ironic because the show wasn't on time. So he's not getting anywhere on time. You know what I mean?
I would walk out of this show, for sure. Have you ever walked out of a show?
I've walked out of a movie.
What movie?
I want to say like...
Operation Dumbo Drop.
No, I love that movie. Are you kidding when he shoves those pills up the Dumbo's ass?
Bitch! Okay, can I tell you this? I did walk out of Operation Dumbo Drop.
No!
Do you want to hear? No, not because of that. Okay, we go to the movie theater. The same movie theater my parents forgot to pick me up from.
Yeah.
But this wasn't that moment. We went with my mom and my twin brother. They wanted to see Operation Dumbo Drop because their taste is low. And I wanted to see Babe because I knew it would be a moment. And they said no. And my mom said, if you want to go see Babe, you can go see Babe. She bought me a ticket for Operation Dumbo Drop. But I was like, I'm big enough. I can do this by myself. And I was one of those kids that if I lost my mom in an aisle at Target, I cried. You know what I mean? Like those kind of kids.
Did you ever grab onto someone else thinking they were your mom?
Absolutely.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think every kid has. Yeah. And if they haven't, you're not living. So I go to Babe with my Operation Dumbo Drop, and you know I'm a rule follower. I'm a big rule follower.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in there, I'm trying to watch Babe, right? I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to take it in as a story because I know that Babe's going to tell me a beautiful story. And because pigs' personalities don't eat them. But I'm holding on to my Operation Dumbo Drop. Can I tell you this? It felt like 100,000 pounds. Because I know I'm doing the wrong thing, right? And I'm hanging on to it, and I'm hanging on to it, and I'm hanging on to it. Also, my mom bought refreshments and only took them into Operation Dumbo Drop. So she had all the candy and shit. So I watched about 20 minutes of Babe.
And you went to get candy.
And I was it was the guilt and also the sugar rush. I needed to go. So I walked out of Babe for Operation Dumbo Drop.
I'm so sorry. Did
That's
you ever
okay.
get to see Babe?
I did.
Okay.
I was a Babe fanatic. Are you kidding? Old man. You know I love an old man story.
Sheep. You love sheep.
Some would say. A pig with a personality. And then it went to the city.
Those Three by Mice.
Get out of here.
Singing. We could do a whole hour or more on movie culture because one of the things that I insisted was always getting there before the previews because I needed the whole experience.
Same.
Our audience is agreeing
Trivia.
with me.
Trivia. Trivia?
Trivia I didn't care so much about, but if we got there in time, it was
like,
exciting.
okay, it's like this. It's like, okay, who's the A-list Hollywood actor that everyone loves that was in Apollo 13? His name is T blank M H blank NKS. Brought to you by Coca-Cola, you fucking idiots.
Tim Honks, right?
Exactly. I just love that. It came up, and even though it was so obvious, we felt so proud of ourselves.
Okay, we're gonna have to do a podcast about movie culture.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're right. Okay.
Let's get into these reads, because you
still
love reading people.
No.
Who do you think did the best?
Okay,
we started
can I
off
say
really
this?
strong.
We did. It was not a bad reading challenge. There
It was
no
not
one
a
that
bad
really,
episode.
shit
They
the
really
bed.
redeemed themselves.
They really, really did. Even like
week.
Snatch Game was all
Yeah.
overall it was really great. I love, you know what it is? I love the revenge fantasy. So I'm gonna say
you like
Scarlett did it for me. I love it. Because her read of Vanity was valid. It is like something Vanity even jokes about is her makeup, which again is something I don't see personally. I think she's beautiful, but it was with such gusto. I was like, man, this is not a revelation. She has said it. I loved it.
Surprise winner for me, Ella. I was like, what? Why are you good at this?
Ella did great, but I mean, Teresa was like...
Teresa, I loved her format
Sorry.
because you're this. Oh, wait, sorry, that's you, Vanity. You're this. Oh, and then she read herself, which I thought was cute.
That's... Okay, I love that. I love self-deprecating humor because when you're reading someone or you're being an asshole, very early in my early bar redacted days, I didn't. And I was always told how mean I was and people would complain. And so I realized that I needed to be in on the joke. Like I needed to be a part of it and like also make fun of myself.
Yeah.
So it was always like I'd make fun of them and then I'd figure out some way to like shit on myself. I appreciate that because I don't think it always works for everyone, but I think you're not necessarily sure where someone is, and that is a great safety net.
You have to meet people where they are, and if you're not sure
and if
where
you don't
they
meet where they are, God will laugh.
you have to MEAT them where they weren't. Huh?
So Teresa
I also
won.
like-
What? Oh,
No, Ella won.
Teresa won.
I did watch it a couple days ago.
Ella won the main challenge. Teresa won the mini challenge.
Theresa May won the mini challenge.
Do you need to see the cast
I get
list?
check my notes. Well, I do want to give Katie Scott Claus had some really
Great.
good jokes. Katie
I'm
Scott
sure it
Claus
really
had some really good jokes, and I like that she went to go for RuPaul, and then RuPaul was like, "Huh?" and she was like, "Thank you for having me. It's so nice to be here."
I know. Who was
Kitty.
the queen on some sort of franchise that
Pearl.
read RuPaul? But no, during the reading challenge.
Yeah, Pearl.
It was Pearl?
She goes, RuPaul, and they had already had their thing about, do I have something on my face? So it made it even worse.
Which is, I know that we have very mixed feelings about Pearl as a society, but I will say, I mean now she lives in a bus, so it's fine. But I will say,
I am so jealous of her now.
I know.
All of her hair is incredible.
And she lives in
her
a bus.
makeup is incredible. No, she lives in a tiny home. It's not a bus, and you're doing it. I will fight you. I will fight you.
Okay, can I say this? I was doing a hilarious simplification.
It's Snatch
So
Game.
we find out
so
the
it's
main challenge, Snatch Game.
Snatch
So
Game.
exciting, so exciting.
Let's fast forward to the Rue round. She basically, you gonna do that? She makes everyone change.
Everyone!
Every single person change.
That was wild.
It's
that
like,
was
what did
absolutely
you?
wild.
But also, we know that they have to have them picked. Like
Well,
they have to come with options.
They have, yeah, like on their audition video, they have multiple options. So,
But making Scarlett change to someone she didn't even bring.
but that's very that to me. Okay, pardon
Unless
me.
it's production.
That is very like RuPaul.
Pissing on her property still.
I don't know if I went into piss play. It was very like Ru being like, I watched your audition tape, this is what I want to see, right? So she went in with like her deranged laugh to be like, I'm gonna see Macaulay Culkin and then I'm gonna laugh for 4 minutes and make the sound guy uncomfortable, which is exactly what happened. I don't think we've ever in the history of Drag Race, and I drink a lot, so perhaps I'm wrong, I don't think we've ever seen that many people change their character that last minute. That was wild.
Maybe she was going for a world record.
Of what?
Of what? Thank you.
You know, making people change their characters. Because right now, the only one that holds...
Oh, the classic world record.
You know
very hard
you
to
know
get.
who holds that right now?
Who?
Babe. The pig.
In what way?
Because he's trying to make those sheeps change their character and get information.
I thought you were going to say he was the casting director of Operation Dumbo Drop.
That too.
I love the unhinged, terrifying, deeply personal laugh that Rue lets out now. It's been, and I've said this before, it's been in the last couple years that this has kind of become a thing, but whatever it is, I don't know if she has back pain, she's on painkillers. I don't know if she's just kind of come to terms with like what this is. I love it. That was wild. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Macaulay Culkin. They literally did a zoom out because they were like, y'all need to see this.
Well, speaking of Snatch Game, should we get into it?
Oh yeah, the guest judges, there's one girl from Girls Aloud.
Nadine Coyle, and then Judy Love, a gorgeous comedian.
Oh, from their Loose Women thing, which is kind of like, it's not even like The View. I would say it's more like, what's the one on CBS?
The Talk? The Real.
The Talk. The Real. Both.
Real Talk. It's kind of like what
Real
we
Talk,
do.
Loose
It's kind of
Women.
like what we do here.
Yeah, but we're loose women with balls and a dick.
Just one dick that we share.
Remember, who told me that it was Avi G told me that double dick dude wasn't real?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
That was so upsetting to me.
I will scream. Our first contestant who changed last minute, it's Kitty Scott Claus's Gemma Collins. She didn't want to do it because her drag sister, Cheryl Ho did it last year.
Okay, can I ask the audience, I'm so sorry, audience members, I can't identify it. I have a deep obsession with Cheryl Ho, an instant legend in Drag Race history.
So funny.
Do y'all feel the same way?
Did you see the, what is it? The I Like to Watch thing that the Vivian does?
No.
The episodes with Cheryl Ho are so funny.
I listen to her, she has that podcast, Girl Group,
Yeah.
or whatever. And I don't know most of the girl groups because, I'm very misogynistic. But she's so funny.
She's so funny.
But like, she's not always in on the joke, but she's down to play. I love that shit. And she literally talked like this, Cheryl Ho. But she's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No,
I apologize.
Unfiltered Hole.
Unfiltered
It's your
Hole.
favorite.
I think that Kitty did a great job.
I did too.
I love Gemma Collins in UK lore.
Yeah,
Do you
I
ever
feel
watch
like
her on YouTube?
No, but I see her on TikTok a lot, and I see
She's
like
hilarious.
the clips of her from like Celebrity Big Brother and all that.
She was on the 100, that show that
Oh yeah, that Davina
Davina's
DeCampo.
on. She like did a celebrity version and sang, and they were all shocked at how good she was.
Yeah, I think this was
Solid.
yeah. Up next is Selena Mazinski or Charity Shop. What's her name?
Charity Shop Sue.
Charity Shop Sue.
Sue. Yeah.
Crystal Versace.
Have
Now-
you ever seen Charity Shop?
No, but you have, right?
Yes, multiple.
What were your
times.
thoughts on this?
The look was fantastic, first of all, but she took it nowhere. Charity Shop Sue is like an SNL character with her own world.
Target lady.
That's
So,
wild. So the
It was maybe a good
personality-
impersonation, but there wasn't like
the best.
there's impressions and then there's Snatch Game, which is different.
The moment where she was like, I said manage, because I manage all these bitches. And then like, I won, the game's over, whatever. That was the most entertaining I think she got to. Was it bad? No.
But I do think they're a little lenient on her because they like her.
Because she's so skinny and young and beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that why you're so nice to me?
Yeah. Well, that and we share a dick.
Why are you laughing?
All right, let's move over to Margarita Prakatan by Theresa May. She said you should do Share, which is so random.
Okay, can I say though? Ooh, I want to say. I don't love the idea that kind of the joke, the humor, the punchline was in the fact that she would have an accent. But on a very like low level, like opposite of pee pee poo poo, it is initially funny. Because she made a joke out of like, I've lived in Spain for 2 months and so now I have this accent. That's funny, right?
That is funny. Here's what I think it is. RuPaul has decided that no matter what Choriza says, and luckily it is always funny, but no matter what Choriza says, no matter the context, nothing. It's like Candy Muse. She is going to do that laugh.
Oh,
and
right.
she is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe she was just I think she was just picking random names out of the hats and saying, you should be this. She didn't do
For me,
horrible.
part of me, I will say, I agree, but that's even what they said in the judging, is that they were splitting hairs at this point. And I will say, I think perhaps had she taken a chance on Cher, it could have bombed, but it also could have been very, very funny.
Could have
You know what I
been
had an
funny.
idea about? And I do not have, this is not fully fleshed out, and it was because of this, because of her Cher impression. What if you did a Snatch Game character that was very clearly not the celebrity, but it was another person pretending to be the celebrity. Like Cher from Spain, or Cher from an alternate reality, or Cher, but you're actually Chad Michaels. And so all of your answers are kind of slightly off. Like, if she wanted to make a joke about Sonny Bono, she calls him Bunny Sono or something. And like, I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah, there's
Flush that out.
something there.
Right?
Y'all flush it out and then tell us and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It is kind of that thing of doing, like what Trixie has said before and what we've said before, doing a historic character who you don't know what they were like.
Yeah.
And then just being like, yeah, I'm Mary Queen of Scots or whatever.
Yeah, true. Which is her famous line.
It's Macaulay Culkin. Scarlett Harlot is Macaulay Culkin.
Can we start? She looked just like him. That was
Yeah.
stellar.
She did quote a famous line from it, which made it think it was going to be like, is that it? And then she did something else, and it was kind of funny. I think what it was is she just screamed after everything.
Which is something that RuPaul said she doesn't like, remember? They
But
didn't
RuPaul
win the Drag
did
Lexa
like
because
it.
that's what I'm saying.
She's...
Well, no, we're all, you know what it is? We're all a bouquet, okay? We're all very different, and sometimes we're Daisy, and sometimes we're Baby's Breath.
I'm not a bouquet. I'm more like a bukkake.
We have children in our home.
Wait, how old are y'all?
No! She ended every joke with, which is so annoying, but...
Did you like that?
No, not that, it's not comedic genius. It's not something I think I would even enjoy watching live, but the edited version, it was so stupid.
And RuPaul
and Ru was screaming. Maybe this is funny.
And the two guest judges were kind of like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah,
Seeing their
that's
reactions.
funny. That's funny.
Oh, next we had Vanity Milan as Jocelyn G. Essian, who
Yeah.
I guess is a character in a TV show.
She's like
It's not something
a Jamaican
American knows.
grandmother. And so she was trying to play on that because she knew she had experience with that. Smart. As soon as she explained it, I was like, okay, I'm down. Like, I'm down. I'm ready to play this game. And I thought she had some pretty cute lines. And I do like that every time Ella would steal something from her, she'd be like, look at this bitch, which I thought was funny. But the judges said she didn't take it far enough. And given the performances that we did like, I understand that.
I'll agree.
Thanks. Yeah. Appreciate it.
River Medway is Amy Childs, another Towie persona. The only way is Essex.
Isn't it? I only watch it with Cheryl Howe.
I only want to share
I want her
Shez.
to bully me into watching
Well,
it.
so I guess
She only pulls quotes from season 1. Or series 1 and 2.
Yeah, so an earlier version. And there was a lot of opportunity missed, I thought, because Gemma and Amy are both from the same show, from the same, like, universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kitty was trying to play that up, but I don't think River was doing it as much. So this wasn't...
Okay, I know. It wasn't a great performance. But
it did make me laugh.
Look how cute she is.
Yeah, it's a bad picture.
I loved her little, like, red with...
Red
I just think
Adele.
River Medway is one of the, like, most naturally pretty drag queens we've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, I
on
hate
Drag
her
Race
for
UK.
that.
Yeah.
Nigella Lawson, Ella Vidae.
Did you...
I don't know
so
anything
sorry.
about her. I'm saving cooking shows.
You didn't. Okay, I looked her up.
I know
sorry.
Microwave.
Well, no, she just makes me so excited. I'm so excited. I looked her up on YouTube. It was really good.
I know Microwave.
There's a very sensual kind of nature to her cooking show that is bizarre.
Well, I'll say, even not knowing that, I thought this was a really good showing.
Can I
And
say
also...
this? I think it's the most feminine she's looked.
I was gonna say, I like you in dark hair, Ella Vidae.
Yeah.
I think you look stunning.
And
this is the best makeup I've seen on you so far.
It's so feminine.
And your
I don't know,
titties are out with the bra showing.
Which honestly, like, was great. But I just think, I would go back, be her. Nigella Lawson.
Nigella Lawson.
Trademark, TM, copyright.
And then when she gets sick, she could be Nigella Lawson.
So that was the end of Snatch Game.
Great job. Nobody won. Let's talk about...
That's not true. The French one, which I thought was a strong choice to make because there is a very rivalry between the British and the French.
Yeah,
so
that
I thought that was
World
an
War III.
odd...
Because 2 was Italy and what, America?
Yeah.
And then 3 was France versus the UK.
Was your history book in Texas a brochure?
It was just a slab of beef jerky.
Yeah,
Can I be honest?
That's what I thought.
Let's talk about
RuPaul.
RuPaul.
In a very, this was, can I say this? Ooh, okay.
Ruffles.
I would have preferred this as a gown. I did not like it as a short. I think this is the first thing I've seen in a while on her that I
mean, she always looks good. This isn't my favorite.
Thank you.
I did have her,
Michelle.
look at that.
I know.
I have questions, and the main one is, you okay? With guest judge Lulu, who seems
Ooh.
lovely.
She seemed lovely. I think our regular Drag Race judges, they get very caught up in, they see the girls every week and they get stuck into the storyline of what that girl is to them. And she was like,
No.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I liked Vanity.
She also,
yeah.
She also, first words out of her mouth were something about balls or dick in her mouth. And Rue, like...
Blowjob.
Blowjob? Yeah. Darby,
Yeah.
what was the runway theme?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Glass.
You asked.
Your glass?
It's fruit.
Feeling fruity.
Oh, yes.
Were you ever called a fruit? When you're, like, what?
Yes.
I feel
The
like-
fuck? Name any gay slur you can think of, and I've been called it. Mainly during anal. But yes. We're gonna head to the runway.
Feeling fruity.
Feeling fruity. And our first little fruit, you fucking little fruit, was our Theresa May.
Our perfect little peach. Gorgeous.
Loved.
So cute.
Loved.
So cute.
Loved.
She...
Carmen Miranda.
Oh, of course, of
Have
course.
you ever watched any Carmen Miranda movies?
You know what? I haven't.
Oh. It's weird.
So Teresa had me the patches, although were cute, and I
Hate it.
wanted them.
That was the one thing
It didn't
I-
really
yeah.
work. I don't know. It
was
doesn't
weird.
really have anything to do.
I liked it until then.
It made
Yeah.
sense with her. I love
But
that. I
it
love
makes-
the idea of her being like, this is just like a weird thing that I happen to collect, and this runway made sense with my weird collection, so I
get it like
on.
one, because sometimes when you buy through, they come with stickers on them.
Well, yeah,
and
but
a
there's
barcode.
one. There was one that was shaped like a little peach. She just put that on her butthole or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just thought, yeah, I hated that part.
But I'll buy them if they're for sale.
But the peach headpiece was so brilliant.
Incredible.
And I love too, Teresa is like, I look perfect. Like, fuck you. It's not okay for them to say it's fine. And I will say, I agree with her.
Agree.
I do.
Let's talk about Crystal Versace. She is a dragon fruit.
Ugh. Have you ever had a dragon?
No, have you ever
It
had
tastes like its name.
Have you ever had a star fruit?
I've had a Starburst. What's your favorite Starburst flavor?
Pink. What am I?
Same.
What am I?
You're
Who you
right.
talking to?
I know. Have you ever met someone who said yellow?
No.
Sociopath.
Always looks good, makeup good, but I agree with the judges. It was very similar to what she made.
I wish she had said though, were y'all kind of waiting? I was kind of waiting for her to say, yeah, I realize that now, but like that was my like make it yourself kind of thing, and I had that pattern, or I don't know.
Now, I have been on Scarlett's side up till now, pretty much every step of the way. And if I'm not been, I have understood where she's coming from.
This is
But
your
I have to
own
say-
prejudice against Jenny Lemon. This is your own prejudice.
No. Let me
Okay.
finish. Let me finish. What I have to say is, this wasn't it for me. Her lime look, it was wet lettuce. And I know it's in your nature to disagree with me inherently on everything.
No, that's not true. I just want to say that, like, I also love an interpretation. I love an interpretation of a challenge. So being inspired by a fruit and not cosplaying as a fruit,
Your
I thought
Honor,
it was a brilliant look.
can I play DA? Can I play Devil's Advocate, District
Of
Attorney?
course, District Attorney.
I believe this top bit, you know what, I actually quite like the skirt. The top bit swallows her, and it takes away anything that we do with the bust and the waist, and the hair is just put on her head. So I will say...
Okay,
So I will
play,
say-
what's the opposite of a DA? Can I play...
Prosecutor.
Jesus. I agree.
Court dismissed.
Yeah, the district attorney's biggest job is dismissing the court.
Court adjourned.
No, I agree. I think we're getting set up that... And I do not think this is all just like an editor story. I think we're starting to set up a Scarlet exit. I think we're setting up a top 5 exit for her.
Or even worse, they're trying to make her the villain and put her all the way up to top 4 or 3. Just to have her
I don't think she
shown.
could ever be a villain. She's too young.
I don't think so either, but famously, historically, shows don't care about that, whether people are villains or not. they'll make you one.
Is that how you felt on Kewana Kiki when you were the villain against...
No, that's how
Muffy
Muffy
Fish Basket?
felt. Actually, she's not.
You are.
Yeah, I'm the worst person of the... If you cut inside our souls, mine is...
I know that you think you're making a joke.
No, I
am. I
am.
think you're correct.
No.
I think you're absolutely correct.
When people tell you
Because
who
I
they
think-
are, believe them.
Absolutely.
I'm rotted, gutted, disgusting.
I think, you know
and
what?
she's
I think
a
the reason,
beautiful,
you know what
pure,
it is? I think the
pure
reason
soul.
I'm so mean and...
This is my camera roll doing this. I didn't assign... Oh,
Turn that off.
I didn't do that on purpose. I'm doing it. Do you know your phone just plays music in
If
the
you push
memories?
it-
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
What I'm saying is I have a really easy time being an asshole because deep down I'm so soft. And so my body pushes it out of me.
Yeah.
But you're rotten to the core.
I'm a rotten bowl of fruit.
Okay,
And
I'll tell you
speaking
this. If you're on the street, okay, let's say that you're dying, right? Because of, ooh, the healthcare system in America is not great. You're like, oh, I can't afford insulin or, you know, whatever you're dying from. And I walk past you, you know what I'm going to do? My best. You know what she's going to do? Nothing. I don't even want to say that she would just walk right by. She might get tired and sit down and watch you die.
Yeah. People sometimes will come up to me and at a gig or whatever and be like, hey, did you used to work at Zanzibar? I was like, oh, yes. I'm really sorry about that. They were like, yeah, you were kind of mean. Because I know what? Hurt people.
I literally, like, I have to answer your texts on a daily basis. Like, I get that.
It's so funny that you say that you do answer my texts.
Sorry, I have to read your texts on a daily basis. Here's something I learned on,
That's different. We share a dick.
Here's something I learned on TikTok that honestly made me feel, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but it did make me feel like more of a human. And it was someone who was my age that was like, we grew up in a time where we weren't always available. And then we were suddenly shoved into, like, we remember the invention of cell phones. We remember the invention of the internet. We were shoved into a time where suddenly you went from, I'm available when I'm available, your entire, like, it wasn't really until college that I had even my own cell phone. And then, boom, you're available constantly. And if you don't answer a message someone wants to send to you immediately, you're a monster. And I don't think and so setting limits for yourself of like, I will set aside time in a day to check my Twitter messages. I'll set aside time in the day, once a day, to check Instagram. I think that's okay.
Absolutely. And I will say this.
And I think it's okay to not answer Alexis in multiple days in a row.
Well, I will say
this.
this.
A lot. It just doesn't, and it never goes anywhere.
Yes, and in years past, I would have felt bad about that, or been on the opposite, been like, oh, I have to answer her right now. But I do feel proud of where we are now as a friendship, because now I know, like, I don't expect you to answer me right away. And I know that if you don't, it's not anything personally. You'll tell me if I've done something wrong.
Okay, so I've had like 4 friends in my life that I can pinpoint that came to that realization and realized that that was not the friendship for them, and we no longer have a relationship, and that's okay.
But
that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that I hide it. I don't think I hide that.
No,
I'm
you
a
don't.
very
No, you don't.
supportive
And it was
person. I'm
totally
not.
one-sided, because I'm very much like, fuck, she's mad at me. She hates me.
Well, but I could still hate you and answer your text. Anyway, are we still on the show? Sorry.
River Medway's a bowl of fruit.
Ooh,
I thought it was
okay.
cute.
Episode 1, I would have loved it. But then the worst part. You ready? The worst part. Yeah, I really liked it. And I made it myself.
I like the idea of this. I would have loved a different interpretation
I'd love
of
an
it.
actual basket. The humor that she had when she was the pointing statue, right? I would have died if she bought an actual basket and put leg holes.
Or
and walked like she was stuck in a basket. That's hilarious.
Or bowl on the bottom and she's still the fruit, but a Segway and the bowl rolls. Not a Segway, a hoverboard or whatever.
Super easy to pack and travel with. Yeah, she absolutely would have been able to get that on Drag Race.
Fucking what's her name? Madam, what's her name?
Tussauds.
No, Holland season 1 brought that full ass tea cart.
Oh, okay, but the reason she was able to do that is because in Holland it's very small. And so she just rolled it across the street and she was at the studio.
Ella Day was a melon with this cool reveal.
She had a reveal that then moved it. I love this skirt.
It was really cool, and she looks like $1,000,000. I do prefer her in dark hair now, I know, but she does look gorgeous. And the fit and the body is so good.
But, okay.
The proportion.
But immediately the makeup is not as feminine, and I think you're right. I think it's the blonde. I don't think it works for her.
Yeah, or there's something
I don't
she's
do well
doing.
in darker hair, and that's just something I've come to terms with.
Maybe, yeah. But it's a really cute dress. Vanity Milan, the basket was the hair. The
That
dress was simple, but the basket was the hair. I thought it was really cool.
I agree. The dress was
And she
simple,
looks
but
beautiful.
she had Meredith Marks arms. I liked the necklace. I liked the hair. I loved the arms. I'm over kind of the neoprene dresses. That doesn't do it for me anymore. That's a very new drag queen, I think, thing, which is, I think, what we're seeing with her.
I just can't, I couldn't possibly, because I already sweat so much. Do you know neoprene's like wetsuit? I can't do that. I'm so sorry.
No,
you
I got rid
guys.
of all of my No, that's not true. I have a couple things because I'm so, like, cold natured.
I want to hear your unfiltered thoughts on this Kitty Scott Claus look.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why
I
do
want
you
you
say
to
it
go
like
first.
that?
Because I want to know what you think. And I don't want to put any of my emphasis on it.
Your head, Palo went like that. Okay. I don't think I'm going to say what you think I'm going to say.
But I don't want you to know or think
Okay.
about what I think.
I loved
For
it.
once.
I adored it. It made no sense. Okay. She had like veins and shit, which I think may have been like sort of like a tree thing, or I want a bigger hair. That's my only note. I love a veiny berry.
I agree about the hair. I love her so much.
Uh-oh.
And I love the whole package of Kitty Scott Claus.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready. No. I was quiet for you.
Uh-oh.
No. I agree with you about the hair. I think it's time to see some bigger hair. Because the one that we did kind of see is like gorgeous. I'm ready to see some bigger hair.
Yes.
Mama, what is this?
It's wild. I see how she got to that point.
It is the nutsack of the guy with HPV.
Real quick. We're
It's
not calling it
weird.
No. We all have HPV. Okay, we all have HPV.
We all have mental health.
Well, not y'all. I hope y'all got Gardasil, but we're too old. We all have HPV. Okay, she had a bad personal experience.
I love her proportions. I think she always looks gorgeous, except for the hair. I would love to see some bigger hair on her, but I think we will. I don't understand it, and I don't look at it and automatically think cherries. It's not clear to me.
And to be honest, I don't think she knows what it is, and that makes
that might be why
beautiful
it's so
story.
special.
I think it's beautiful.
And it
precious.
harkens back to last week when she was the only one. She laughed at their commercial.
Is that the end of the runway?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because the next one is this
bitch. Thank you. Okay, so
just grab my phone, as if to say.
Yes. So they go back. Okay, when they went backstage, can we say this?
There was a kind of a kumbaya moment. Everyone was like, yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Scarlett did start.
They finally
again,
let
and
up
they
off
finally
Scarlett's
let up,
neck.
And then they all it just seemed like they all cared about each other and they were all happy to be there. And I love that. I love when we get to the week where they're finally. Ooh, okay, two things. Number one, I did enjoy how Ella in the library did really well, and then Kitty Scott Claus goes, week 6, welcome Ella's personality to the competition. That was funny.
That was funny.
And then number 2, I forget.
It was one of the better Snatch games across all Snatch games of all time, I believe. Last week was pretty bad. There was no wins, no safes. Probably everyone was in such a horrible mood because it was such a bad episode. They felt like they did a bad job. And this week they felt like they did a better job. So they were able to kind of be...
They felt bonded.
Yeah. They have a little relief.
Through trauma. Oh, that was the other thing. What was the trauma talk this week? We didn't talk about trauma talk.
I was going to mention it because almost everyone shared their coming out stories. And Ella was like, I didn't think it was okay because I lived in a smaller town.
She
and
said village, which honestly shook me to the core. That's a very legitimate, actual thing. But it's just for
which
Americans,
is why
it sounds like
maybe
a
is so
book.
butch.
Okay, let's be honest. Let's be real. This is very vulnerable.
We've talked about her coming
Did you, while she was putting on her makeup and then she turned around to tell her story and she had a little bicep and her pec out? I'm listening, but keep going. Coming out is really hard, okay? And it's been really hard.
There was a lot
can
of
I say this?
acceptance.
Ooh, okay. Yes, there was. There was.
Mama, I don't want to age us, but
no, I
these
agree.
are all children.
But that's the thing.
And so that was
so
good.
exciting. Are you so proud?
I believe gay children are the future.
I love that. I had this thought today. I saw a TikTok Okay, I watched TikTok. I'm very young. I saw a TikTok of this guy who was responding to this comment where someone was like, "You're gay baiting." The idea that there is social media, there's this app where like being gay is seen as a commodity. When I was coming to terms with my sexuality, could not imagine. Could not imagine. Truly, we had nothing. I am thrilled with how much the world has moved forward. And with gay baiting, no, I mean, yes, but I'm serious. Gay baiting
can
is
I say this? I know we're
blowing my mind.
I know this isn't talking about anything we're talking about.
Oh, good. Can't wait.
I do wonder, because we weren't in football teams. We weren't in...
You don't know
We
that.
weren't in recreational teams or anything. But I think that shit was going on in the locker rooms.
Of course it was. Don't be stupid.
So, but we never saw that because we weren't around straight people.
But they weren't doing it. They weren't doing like, yes, in the locker room, they were like doing
this. It stopped because
they weren't doing like, ooh, I want to seem gay so I can get followers. Like, that wasn't a thing. It was all secretive, is what I'm saying. It was all secretive.
I know.
It was all back alley anal.
We're saying the same thing.
Well, then why are we arguing?
Because you like to argue.
Are you saying this because they're here? Because they have watched the episodes.
We've talked about this. Remember what's her name's Boots? We
yeah, you were
to
wrong.
Argue.
Yeah, you were wrong. Yeah, I just want to say, as difficult as some of those stories were for them to tell, and I love that they told them, just hearing, I don't mean to overstate, but I'm very dramatic. They had such different experiences from us. I'm just so happy they were. And I'm not saying that those experiences still don't happen. I am from the South. I understand that still happens. But just the fact that, like, I couldn't even imagine that being an option.
Yeah. Hearing about, on the whole, a lot of them were, when it came down to their families, more positive, accepting experiences. That's very different from us.
Yes.
I agree.
When my dad, who's dead to me now, when we had our coming out talk, his only frame of reference, this was in 2003.
Ellen.
Son, I don't fully understand it, but I had a gay friend. He was my client in 1987, who then died of AIDS. So when I came out, his whole thing was about the AIDS epidemic in the 80s. But that was his only frame of reference. That there was nothing, I couldn't even point him towards anything because I didn't even know what was out there.
And now you could point him towards TikTok. Ella wins.
Congratulations, Ella.
Congratulations,
so
Ella.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved. So happy for her. I hope she moves into this dark-haired era with dignity and grace. Then we get down to our bottom two, which was really, really sad. We got
Teresa
which
versus River Medway. Now, let's talk about this song choice. They decided to do the song from the guest judge, Lulu,
doing
a cover of another
Shout,
song.
which is a laundry detergent.
And it's also a verb. Teresa knew she couldn't give a performance with that big thing on her head, so she brought a little bob wig out and she tried to put it on.
Which also I do not think is true because I have seen Carmen Miranda do it. I don't mean to compare Peaches with Carmen Miranda.
Maybe the problem was, though, it was going to fall off and she knew because it was very heavy and...
Yeah, okay, you're right.
So she tried to save it by doing that, which I think we all know an unspoken rule is don't take your wig off. Rue hates that.
Mm-hmm. I've never done that on this show because I know that that's just not what we're supposed to do.
Poor River took off her bowl because she thought it was going to help her.
Unnecessary.
Super unnecessary, but she didn't have on anything underneath.
No.
And I think what we're dealing with is the classic no pants.
Bones. Oh.
Bones, no bones.
Bones, no
Wigs,
bones.
no pants.
Yeah. You told me, because you watched it before I did, because I had so much going on, and I had to, talk to my in-laws and all that stuff. But you told me, with the double elimination, it was the song. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not true. I watched it.
I think the song had a lot to do with it. I think it had a lot to do with it. And I think they know because guess what they did not show the entire time? Her face.
She feels
She was embarrassed because they didn't show her the entire time.
I was on your side.
I don't know what they're thinking doing that. I know I loved her up until then.
I loved that.
It was really disappointing.
And then we get your song and then what happens? Okay.
No, but really, they didn't show her once during the lip sync.
Because she was probably in tears.
Because she's probably like, oh, I have fucked it up for these poor girls.
Or she was enjoying it because she just was so lighthearted and they were like, well, that doesn't make sense with our story.
What did we think we would, how would we have done that lip sync? Well, we wouldn't have taken anything off.
I probably would have done it exactly like they did.
We wouldn't have taken anything off.
You know what I was going to ask you? What fruit would you do for your runway?
Fruit by the foot.
That's funny. you just roll down a big fruit by the foot and then you'd walk on it like a red carpet?
Yeah, and then it
you'd
would
have
get
big
stuck
feet?
on my feet.
That's funny.
And then I would peel the thing off the bottom of it, because you know they had that layer.
Of course, I do.
And then I would,
Eat it. The layer, not the fruit by the foot.
yeah. And then the layer would get stuck on the stage and it'd do this, like, and then it would break off.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Do that one more time. Oh, yeah. That's clear.
What would you be? What would you be?
I would be a tomato because I like the dark mutton. Because my whole idea is that, like, I know I'm right, but I know that the audience is going to be confused, and I just love, like, I'd have such a good time on Twitter. I'd be like, actually, no. So we lose, unfortunately,
It's
we
a
lose
double sachet.
River. Wait, what? I watched a different, you know what it was? I got the director's cut.
It was a double. They sent them both home.
That's
and they
sad.
had to take turns doing their getaway lines or whatever.
Which was the most awkward thing I think I've ever seen. Have they done that before when they've double
I
sashayed?
don't know that was a thing back then.
That was bonkers. Because River was like, well, she's going to stand here, so I'm just going to do mine. And they kind of giggled. And then she's like, now my turn to do a funny line. I loved it.
I did
I did love that
them
they were hand in
holding
hand walking
hands.
into the workroom. Yeah.
You know what?
Because that would be different.
When,
Why
you
are
know
you
what?
so sweaty? We're in the same room.
You know what? When we get double eliminated, I think we should hold hands.
I just can't wait. We're going to, like, break records for episode 1. Double sash. She's going to go, your performance was fine. I've seen your show. Goodbye. So, goodbye to both of you.
Yeah,
Very sad to
we
see you
love-
go.
So,
Not great. It's not great.
it's not great.
But Teresa and River I think they made such a mark
honey,
on Drag Race fandom and just drag in general. I cannot wait to see more from them.
yeah, and we will.
Any final thoughts
Yeah,
from our
Darby-
audience?
I'm very surprised that you never called Teresa Choripa.
I did. You just so I edit these down. So there's like this is the first time seeing you seeing all of it.
I think it's been one of the seasons that like started off really strong.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like faded a little bit, and because of production.
Ryan
mostly.
Murphy.
It's
American Horror Story.
it's
Drag
the
Race.
Ryan Murphy effect.
Well, I hope we can put that aside for a second, because I want to know, Darby, UK.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my God!
Alexis, yeah.
Hold on.
Are you England, babe?
Hold on.
Oh.
Paula,
Yes.
UK? Don't do her bit.
Do it.
Answer
do
quickly.
it, Do it. Do it.
Just leave.
You just walk out.
Bye.
Flies back to Costa Rica. We never hear from you again.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, I love it. Lincoln, UK?
No.
Why not?
No, we did that. So there's one question, and that's UK, and she already answered it, so no. Okay, Alexis. Okay.
Can I be honest?
No.
I got such a fright because when I walked in here, your door was unlocked, candles lit everywhere.
Thank you.
I had to search your apartment
I love
for like
Bath and Body
2
Works.
full minutes
You can send me Bath and Body Works coupons whenever you want to.
before she
their candles
jumped
and
out
soap.
and scared the shit
Okay,
out
can
of
I say
me.
this? There's a reason I did that. Here's the deal.
Is it
Alexis's
Halloween?
life. No. Alexis's life is so. I'm sorry, earmuffs.
Wait. Hold on. I can do one better than earmuffs. I don't think I can do it quickly.
Her life is so. What's the word? Car accident. However, if you ask Alexis Bevels to be somewhere, she will not only be on time, she'll be early. And
I was only a little bit early today.
when I say, okay, here's the deal. When I say like, hey, be here at 8, right? I mean 8:30. If I say be here at 9, I mean Tuesday. So she shows up early. I was in my bedroom changing shorts because I wanted to put my beautiful penis away and put him in shorts where
Because it's
couldn't
her
really
week
see
to
him.
have the penis.
It is my week, and I'm gonna show it. I heard you come in, and I just went. It's not 8:30. So when you walked
It was
in,
8:28.
Is that 8:30?
Continue your story.
I didn't even hide. I just stood against the wall. And then she walked by. The whole time she's talking to JB, by the way. And she's like, JB, where's your mommy?
Well, because I thought...
JB, where's your mommy? And then you walked down. You kind of peeked into the bedroom. You didn't see me. You kept going. You went all the way back down to the drag room. And I heard you talk to JB. Her phone's here, JB. Darby, I don't like this. JB, where's your mommy?
I was like, did she
And
go
then
to
that
the
was
package
really funny.
room? But there's
That was
candles
funny.
everywhere. It looks like that scene in the movie where there's a lot of candles.
Well, there's 2 candles, first of all. And I have left candles burning for a lot longer, for a lot less.
I told you the story. Yeah, I have.
If you enjoyed this, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell notification so you get the little text and you go, wait, I don't have the data.
Make like Teresa and do share.
Okay, keep going. I'm so tired.
Patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOW for exclusive content and all those stories. We have been filming for 3 hours. So
Yes,
there's a lot.
You can also go to Cameo if you'd like to book a little cameo from us. Alexis, we did check her Cameo is in fact on.
I got one! Oh, I got one!
But you could also order from me if you want someone with experience. Or you go to IMHOtheSHOW.com and you can get Cameo. We will have the background, entrance, it'll be fun.
Yes. Until next time.
And also TikTok.
Oh, sorry, and our TikTok
Make sure to follow us on
extraordinaire here is
TikTok.
go to TikTok
At
and
IMHO the Show. It's the
Show.
same as our
This
Venmo.
is our
At
Venmo
IMHO the Show.
and our TikTok.
And
And
go
this
see
is-
Dune,
you
everyone,
have
in
to see
theaters
Sand.
now.
You have to see Sand. You know, David Desmalchian in Dune did Teacher with Curtis. Curtis's first feature film. Dune
is the sequel to Dune is the sequel to Teacher.
How?
Well, I haven't seen it, but from what I've read online, you know, I read all the trades.
Right. The traits are
You know, Vanity Fair and all
and
that.
Bath and Body Works.
And Bath and Body Works catalogs. And so what it is because, you know, in the end of Teacher, he killed Curtis, right?
Oh.
It was in the
Curtis
post.
shoots him.
Huh? So everyone...
Curtis shoots him, and then in not Chicago Fire, then in
Ordinary Joe.
he shoots
Spoiler alert.
someone multiple times in 3 different storylines.
And a couple times a year, he gets to shoot all the way.
What? This is this is real life. I love that y'all think this is easy. I love that you're like, oh, I love this show.
Bye.
Oh my god. Do you want to be the Alexis or do you want to be the Darby?
The Alexis, obviously.
You're the Darby, Paola.
What does that mean?
No, because
She's the fun, happy one, and Paola's the dark one.
Dark-sided.
I also wheeze when I laugh.
Look, I'm on
Look how
IMHO.
excited JB is.
Hi, baby. I feel afraid. Very afraid.
JB. Hello. Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Lincoln.
And I'm Paula.
And the Paula stands for Paula.
Yeah.
So, y'all saw UK. Did you see UK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Give your queer woman thoughts, because we gave our whatever we are thoughts.
I mean, I don't think my thoughts are that different than your thoughts.
Then I need you to say, you're right, Darby, you're so smart.
I will never.
She is an Alexis.
She is an Alexis. Well done.
God.
Well done. What has being an IMHO fan meant to you?
Oh, I always talk about, I feel especially me, because you're like very into the other part of Stan Twitter. But I'm very 50-50. And I feel like with IMHO people, mostly, I haven't had like any problems at all whatsoever.
Mm.
And then with
Drag
the other
Race
people,
Stan.
Yeah, drag
they're
race.
a lot.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're a lot, and they're very like, mostly, I always try to stay like out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only kind of ever get involved if it's like about you guys.
Oh, I love that for us.
It's like my weekly laughter. Well, it's more than weekly, but it's like a good like break.
Tri-weekly, thank you.
3 times a week. No, it's like a good break from everything. It's just like a nice like I put it on and I'm like and I like a happy state.
I'm also
like, it's
just
good.
kidding. I've never had a problem with any patrons ever.
Milena, maybe.
Yeah, Milena.
Okay.
The other thing, I've met like a lot of my really, really, really good friends through IMHO.
Because of the taste. They got taste.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes in movie previews or like on the TV Guide channel, there'll be like people outside of the movie theater saying like, what did you think of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Do that for us real quick. Each of you say one statement about it.
Very American. Explain that to me.
We love it. They're so stupid or whatever.
I love IMHO. I really identify with Darby.
And I identify with Alexis.
Shut up, Alexis. Wait, why are you pushing me?
Like a true Alexis.
Cut.
Cut. Yay.
That was a lot.